Do you think 16 and 17-year-olds should be able to vote in the Assembly elections?
Yeah, I think you should be able to vote at 16 and 17. If you can get a job, if you can pay taxes, if you can join the armed forces, then why not be able to vote? But I think you have to have a debate then around what the age of adulthood is, because at 18 you can do anything. Are we saying the same thing applies at 16? But I'm in principle happy to see youngsters voting at 16. It happened in Scotland in the referendum there. Why not in Wales?
When do you think the voting age will change?
Well, we haven't got the power to do it yet. At the moment, it's not clear when we'll get that power, but I'd hope it would be in place for the next Assembly elections in 2021. Well, they learn, of course, through the Welsh Bac, because the Welsh Bac gives you a really broad base to your education, and things like PSE. It's a bit difficult to teach politics because I think teachers can be a little bit afraid of giving away their own views. But the reality is, we know that most young people sadly don't vote. Most older people do. Now, what we don't want is to see a situation in the future where people assume that young people don't vote, so there's no need to listen to them. So we need to just listen to older people. That's the last thing I'd want to see. And people say to me, what's the point of voting? And I say, well, look, if you don't vote, you got no voice. That's it. When I'm on the doorstep and people say to me, oh, I don't vote, well, there we are then. But if people say to me, I do vote, why should I vote for you? Then you're on your toes, and you've got to try to convince people why they should give you their vote.
Many children in our school feel like they don't have enough education on politics to be able to vote.
Well, not politics as politics. I mean, we have to look at how we can weave it through PSE, how we can weave it through the Welsh Bac, so people are aware, young people are aware of the issues, how to vote, the things that are important in the world. That is important. When I was your age, the world was a different place. I mean, we lived, people thought there was going to be a nuclear war. You had two big superpowers with missiles pointing at each other, and that tended to politicise people a bit more. When I was 17, the miners' strike started. There were a lot of miners in those days, and we had a year of really difficult times in South Wales, and you couldn't help but notice that. And it's important that young people take the issues that are important to them and then take an interest in politics and vote so that they can have a view on those issues.